Labor Day long weekend is the unofficial end to the summer. Perhaps you're going outside imbibing in some of those fleeting sun rays before fall descends upon us, or perhaps you're taking a bit of time to rest and relax indoors and you're playing a video game. And if you're going to be playing a video game, perhaps using the verb play is a little bit inappropriate in regards to Star Wars Outlaws because, frankly, well, there's no fail states when it comes to the hacking mission, so it's realistically just a very in-depth cutscene with a couple of flashing lights, so playing, not exactly accurate. And okay, to be fair, right? Like, I don't have any additional context in the grand scheme of things, okay? I don't necessarily know. Once you do get control of Vess, what everything plays like, but we've seen it before, and well, if it's anything like this, again, I don't necessarily know if playing is the right description for what yo man, okay? Like, that stuff right there, normally I wouldn't associate that with Ubisoft. I would just go ahead why is he sitting on the fishman with the fish head coming out of his fish chest? That's a little strange, but hey, at least that guy looks like Greedo. You remember Greedo? Remember? That's what Star Wars basically is, minus all that jank. Normally it's just in the writer's room where you get that level of patheticness, but if you want to just simply discuss how big of a trash fire the game is, you better not do that on Reddit because they're out there censoring opinions, so it's basically Reddit having a regular one. Star Wars Outlaws subreddit reportedly bans users for criticizing Ubisoft's game. You better accept and love the slop, or else. Bro, I've seen clip after clip, and I understand that, just like trailers themselves, they aren't necessarily representative of the full gameplay experience. It could be great, but we've seen the reviews. We've heard from the non-paid shills, and the amount of paid shills that are out there, kind of lets me know that this is a trash fire of epic proportions. Star Wars Outlaws subreddit is reportedly banning individuals for criticizing Ubisoft's latest game. And you never see any type of rhetoric like this for a game that is successful. I would imagine the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth forums, I would imagine the most critical they get is in regards to the sales numbers. Outside of that, when it comes to gameplay, I don't know, are they banning people for saying, oh, got too many mini games? They're totally optional, you idiots, but that's another rant for another time. Reddit user Ugly Coyote reached out to that Park Place and informed us the Reddit/ Star Wars Outlaws is banning and silencing people who are critics of the game during early access. Right, because that's not the complete gaming experience, right? Found myself a victim of this after I got reports from other people saying they were banned. He then speculated this looks like damage control before the game officially launches this week. Well, I do believe the official drop dead date for this is today, so we've gone into full launch, right? Ugly Coyote shared a screenshot indicating he was banned from the subreddit, but informed that Park Place he was not given a reason as to why he was banned. He explained, I asked them with no reply, and I asked for the moderator's name who banned me, and I was muted for 7 days. Yeah, typical Reddit behavior. I mean, that's kind of predictable at this point in time. He also informed that Park Place that the moderators on the subreddit were deleting a number of posts criticizing the game. There are a lot of posts deleted on Star Wars Outlaws Reddit, and me and my friend replied to those posts, also voicing criticism about graphics, performance, and so on. Yeah, we've looked at the graphics, or at least the downgrade, and that's also standard Ubisoft slop. You remember the tremendous downgrade from that 2013 reveal trailer of Watch Dogs to ultimately what ended up coming out? And performance, well, the way that it chews up an RTX 4090, you can get a sterling 22 frames per second on ultra settings, and a graphics card that doubles as a down payment for a Mercedes-Benz. Like, brother, this thing, it's a total trash fire. Maybe it runs great on PS5. Who actually knows? 'Cause I don't even know how many people are going to be playing this. So my friends then posted about censoring posts and was banned for posting non-related topic comments, I think for 3 days or so, in a deleted post. Many said their friends got banned. Also, I got banned when I questioned the age of a user and his beliefs by stating that he blindly believes propaganda and described the critical parts of the game. Yeah, okay, this is just getting into he said, she said crap. So basically, Reddit's censoring speech. It's not going to be the last time we see that this year, because I see another face that's right there that we're going to be talking about again before the end of this long weekend, because, oh boy, is there another disaster on Ubisoft's hand on the horizon. But when it comes to player counts and the potential for people playing this over the long weekend, I don't know for sure right now. I'm sure we'll be talking about player counts next week, but what we are going to be talking about right now is anybody who took advantage of that early access period. Oh yeah, all that game that you played, yeah, if you don't want any of those bugs, if you don't want any of those glitches, if you don't want your game to break the moment that you enter this world, you're just going to have to start over. You're just going to have to delete your save. I can't believe they're doing this, but they are. Star Wars Outlaws players instructed to start an entirely new game to prevent issues and progression blockers after a new patch. You ship the game like this. You ship the game, and I'm just not talking about her face. Why would you ship it like that? But it was so broken that you knew that there were going to be these blockers. This is the first patch that you put out. Now, to reference Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because they had a fairly infamous glitch that prevented anybody from getting a platinum trophy if they installed the first patch. But within a couple of weeks, they had another patch out for that. But that was an inconvenience, to be sure. You wouldn't get the progress logged for a side quest, but it didn't impede you in any other ways. There were a couple of other things that I figured out during my 100% run through that I figured out that, oh yeah, those ended up not getting counted and it ended up getting patched out. But when the game shipped, the most critical things that people could comb over was, oh, there's some weird looking faces and the lighting's a bit off. But outside of that, everything was running hunky-dory. There was no game-breaking glitches. Hell, Cloud wasn't sliding and slooping and bipping and booping his way through Nibelheim. No, absolutely not. But if you want to fast travel on Tatooine, instead of hitting a marker on a mini-map, you can moonwalk your ass to Jabba's palace, as long as you paid for the extra DLC, of course. An email from Ubisoft, or Massive Entertainment, instructs Star Wars Outlaws players to start an entirely new game with a brand new save in order to prevent issues and progression blockers. Holy crap. User Pirate Nation shared the email. We've used him before. Shout out, great resource. To best experience the Outer Rim, we rolled out a maintenance. That's interesting. To make sure everyone is playing the latest version of the game. Yeah, day one patch. Those are incredibly common in today's modern gaming industry. As one of the players affected who had access to an older version of the game. Yes, the pre-release game, which you only had access to if you're a super fan of Ubisoft. If you're a super Star Wars fan, I'm not talking about those awesome and super difficult Super Nintendo games. I'm talking about somebody who decided to part with $110, $130 of your hard-earned money to get those 3 extra early days of access. Yeah, if you decided to do that, feel free to delete your save so that you can complete the game. I beg your pardon. Sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused. You know how you would really rectify that? By reimbursing anybody who decided to go with the gold or the platinum or the Ubisoft Deluxe Experience Edition, where you have a digital version of the game but a physical copy of a Vess fleshlight shipped to your front door. That you offer additional value to compensate the players who played the game and then don't even get to reap the benefits of the early access, because all of that is getting wiped away. Why don't you do that? Why don't you do a make good on that? No. Ubisoft, okay? We're here for the gamers. We need to make sure that the modern audience, they get the best experience possible. But this right here is proving, no, we actually care more about the money, okay? It's not really about the gamers at all. And I know that's not really shocking to anybody. It then concludes, once you've confirmed that you have the latest version, please start a new save to fully enjoy Star Wars Outlaws as our team intended. If you continue on a prior save, you will unfortunately face issues and progression blockers. Make sure, yes, that you get version 1.000.002. Fantastic. Oh, and that's for PS5 players, huh? Yo, Sony boys, just having a rough month, huh? On Star Wars Outlaws subreddit, the email, oh, this one's not getting censored? This is criticism, okay? Can we allow this one to happen? To be corroborated by Administration Hour 84, and the user titled a post email from Ubisoft regarding new patch. In the body, he wrote, to all those I see stating that they're stuck in space after a certain mission. This email talked about the game progression blockage. Oof. They didn't specify, but the email said to start a new save file under, yes, the new patch, and it wouldn't happen. See, guys, look at, they're looking after everybody. I don't know how long into the game this is, but could you imagine? Because these typical Ubisoft games, they can go on for 20, 30 hours. And if you're a hardcore devotee where you paid down a deluxe gold ultimate edition, chances are you've probably invested a few hours into this, so all of that just gets wiped away like that. But you get to experience it again. It's so great, okay? The patch just makes everything so much better. In the comments, another user also corroborated the email. Bloodsaber Jedi Hunter wrote, I got this email this morning, and I wish I knew before I played 5 hours last night. Oh, wow. Honestly, this game is testing my patience. Not even a mention of compensation since we paid for 3 days early access. Exactly. They literally are stealing from you. I'll be as bold as to say that because, frankly, that's what happened. They robbed you of your time. God, this isn't a Lord of the Rings game, because then we could have played the meme of, Gandalf, I'm not here to help you. I'm not here to rob you. I'm here to help you. But we could flip reverse that to make it work. But I still did it anyways because Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars. I don't even need to elaborate any further. One user in the thread also claimed the patch still blocked players from progressing in the game. Are you kidding me? So they're telling you to delete your save, but the new patch that's supposed to fix the old progress blockers have introduced new progress blockers. You'll love to see it, which appears to be after the players leave the planet Tosharna and then attempt to return to it. Oof. As for what happens in game, user shared whatever Redditor, you do. Tested it and just going to my ship, then taking off and trying to land again. It physically won't let me, so I need to restart my 7 hours of progress. What a load of crap. Holy jeez, man. Okay, because when you hear stuff like this, okay, and especially, like, I can relate to this because I'm super excited that Final Fantasy 16 has made its way to Steam, and I think mid-September, something like that is when the game actually comes out. But here's the thing, when it comes to those Square Enix PC ports and the way that I'm seeing certain performance when it comes to the demo, yeah, it's looking a little bit rough out the gate, so I might have to wait, and that might be one of those holiday purchases when there's a sale or a coupon or something like that, so I'll probably pick it up then and there. So even just hearing things regarding performance, let alone bugs, that normally makes a lot of people just wait, and especially in a modern gaming, and this is going back to the point in time when they started to introduce Game of the Year editions for games. Like, if you're not 100% sold, if you're not super excited about that, a lot of people are just waiting until the end of the DLC cycle to pick up the Game of the Year, the complete edition. All assets included, the actual full game that, used to ship back in the cut instead of just trying to monetize a game for longer than its actual life cycle. Remember when the games industry wasn't scummy? I know, it's been a long time. When you hear stuff like this, when you hear everything that's gone on in regards to the release of this game from Ubisoft paying off influencers to give them glowing reviews, and a lot of that not really working because we've seen the reviews and they are definitely less than glowing. How they've uglified the model, which, I don't know, man. Space shovels look awfully powerful when you take a look at the actress that the Vess is modeled off of, and then bundled with all of Ubisoft's typical scummy monetization behavior. That's going to push a lot of people off of last minute pre-purchases, and also fresh new day one purchases. So it'll be interesting to see how many people ultimately play this game, how many people ultimately complete the game, but we're going to have to wait a little while longer to get all of those numbers together, because as of right now, all we have is another reason that picking up games on day one, not even just talking about Star Wars Outlaws on this one, kind of a fool's errand in 2024. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo, and one should follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.